Hi my loves, great to have you back, and if this is your first time, it is lovely having you here. I hope that you can find something useful or inspiring in this little corner of the internet, and if you do, I would love for you to stick around. And if you're really feeling it and you want bonus videos or you just want to support the channel a little extra, you can check out a link to my Patreon, which is always down below. It's been a while since I did one of these self-commissioned where I invent a project and a brief and act as the client and the artist. And I've been reading a lot recently. I've been spending a lot of time at the library, getting sucked into borrowing books purely because they look so bloody good. And I wanted to see if I could capture some of that magic. So first, let's go back and see how I came up with the cover in the first place. Right, so first I need to come up with a story, right? And when I think about the books with those like artsy, painterly covers, I either think of like special edition classics or those like unhinged, maybe unlikable women in literary fiction. And I don't actually have any examples like in my mind right now, so if anything I'm popping up on screen does not match with what I'm saying, I don't know what to tell you. We are just going off vibes. So with that in mind, I've been brainstorming an unhinged woman story, thinking about my own life, the moments where I am at my wit's end, also how like motherhood sort of contributes to that sometimes. Nothing new, I'm not like reinventing the wheel here, nothing original, no original thoughts in here for this story. But yeah, anyway, without getting too into it, I've come up with a story called Silly Goose. I don't really know too much about it. I don't know what it's about really. I'm thinking like a mum who is like at the end of her tether, basically gives up and decides that she's going to be the child while her child does the parenting. Also then I thought like maybe I don't know, maybe we get really, really weird, like those weird books where you don't really know if what you're reading is real or if it's like all a metaphor for something. It usually is just a metaphor. But I was thinking like she starts devouring all of her child's stuffed toys, maybe the characters from the books, and over time, gradually throughout the book, she's becoming like morphing into a giant mother goose. What do we think? Do I have a future of literary fiction ahead of me? I'm seeing awards. I'm seeing awards in my future. I think that's it. I'm looking here because I wrote like a couple of notes, but I think that is that. Oh, I wrote it's symbolic. Yeah, that's the main point. But yeah, anyway, I sketched a few cover ideas. I will show you these. I have a video coming out, not the next one, but the one after, where I talk about how I sort of conceptualize ideas or like how I plan a piece from start to finish. So these kinds of rough sketches, I'll show you them closer up. These kinds of rough sketches are where I usually start, and they're the kind of thing that I talk about in this future video where they don't need to be neat and like no one needs to basically be able to tell what they are except for you. So I will try to explain as best I can what I've drawn here and the different ideas that I've had and what direction I think we're going to go in. Right, what can we see? What can we see? Okay, so here, this one is actually the first one I came up with, and I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to try a few different designs, but this one is just going to be like sort of classic, misty, mysterious, maybe Renaissance style painting goose in like a overgrown field with long grass. This one I just had the goose like arms up, using some negative space. Same kind of thing here, just its head coming down from the bottom and loads of negative space, coming down from the top, I mean, and loads of negative space. What's this one? This was this, but like more zoomed out. This one I think is another one that I'm gonna go with, where it's just a goose lying on a plate of food. This one, just a little goose bum in the air. This one, screaming goose. I like the idea of it screaming, honking into the abyss. So I have one here facing front on as well, and also this one coming down from the top. So I think I'm gonna paint these two together, but maybe split them into two different book covers. I like the negative space, especially thinking about where the title and stuff is gonna go. And then the last one, which is kind of off the page, it got a little bit dark, and I thought I could just draw some like goose legs, like raw goose legs on a plate, which I like the idea of painting that just because, I don't know, painting raw meat is actually strangely fun, but I don't want to be looking at pictures of geese when I'm getting my references and then switch to looking at pictures of geese's flesh. So we will probably leave that one. So those are my ideas. Hopefully, if I've edited this the way I'm planning on editing this, you will have seen me starting one of them. So we will get back to Future Mini to see how that's going.
I used to jump without looking. Didn't care if I fell too hard. Now I keep my hands in my pockets. Overthink every scar. I've traded daisy chains for loose ends and all connection. I've traded summer breaks for long nights and lost direction. I know I've made mistakes, but never learned my lesson. Where did she go? I swear she was just here, running the show, so unafraid. Wish I could go back to those days. Where did she go? Is she hiding in me? I was just girlhood. I was just girlhood.
Okay, so painting complete. I don't know what I said in that earlier clip where I was talking about coming up with the idea, because I recorded that ages ago, but I am pretty sure that I didn't talk about why I chose that title. Nothing complicated. I just call my daughter Silly Goose a lot, generally when she's being chaotic, which is a lot of the time. And it's just funny, it's just one of those things that I don't think I've ever said before in my life, and now I say it almost every day since becoming a mum. Silly Goose. So that is where the title came from, and then obviously went down the whole goose rabbit hole, and I think I talked about the ideas that I had. Anyway, painting is done, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. Goose looks a bit like it's floating, like getting its feet planted on the ground. I just did things in the wrong order there. I didn't really plan the feet properly, but you know, that's nothing that a bit of grass can't cover up. I love the colours. I'm trying out a new palette at the moment, just trying out some different colours to see what I like. I felt like I did a bit too much of the orange, so I had to bring that back a bit with some lilac. Wanted to be quite intentional with my brush strokes and just use as minimal as possible strokes. And also I was doing a lot of layering. I was working quite light, like quite watered down with my gouache, which I very, very rarely do. I like to rush through things, to be honest. I don't have the patience for layering usually, and to be honest, it wasn't really intentional that I was using lighter layers. It just ended up happening that way, but it meant that I could build and build and build and be happy with the colours that I was using in particular places. The first wash that I did, I was doing on purpose as a wash. I just wanted to get in the values, but also I was looking at the shading on the reference photos that I was looking at, the shadows, and seeing if they leaned warm or cool, and sort of exaggerating that so that that warmth and coolness could shine through once I painted on top, and also to guide me while I was actually painting, like I could get an idea of what colours I was going to put down where, and that really helped a lot. Yeah, I really, really like it. So now it is time to turn this into a book cover, and the very obvious choice to help me with that is today's sponsor, Kittle. Since I last used Kittle, I haven't been able to stop thinking of different ways that I can transform my art into finished designs for all different purposes, like posters, t-shirts, product mock-ups, book covers, even like cool graphics for Instagram carousels or Pinterest posts, or like my Patreon newsletter as well. So if you haven't seen my last Kittle video, it is a design platform that is completely fluid and intuitive with a workflow that allows you to create digital and print-ready designs in minutes. One of the most useful things about Kittle is the library of thousands of designer-crafted templates that you can completely customize, tweak, and layer your own artwork onto. So if you have an illustration or painting that you would love to see as a book cover, for example, you can experiment with endless layouts and variations in Kittle until you land on something that feels just right. And if you want even more to play with, Kittle also gives you instant access to fonts, design elements, and high resolution stock images all under one subscription. Plus, when you are ready to finalize your design, you can be confident that everything that you export from Kittle is in the right formats and the right DPI for professional printing and online use as well, and that it's all commercially licensed for selling. So instead of juggling multiple subscriptions for every step of the design process, you can do everything in one place, add your text, test out textures, create mock mock-ups of your cover, and even design logos and branding or mood boards alongside your book cover as well. So if you are ready to give it a go, you can get 25% off all Kittle plans for new users by clicking on my link below. And yes, with all that in mind, let's work on another couple of versions of this book cover. Okay, let me know if you would read this book, if the story has intrigued you, and also let me know which one is your favourite. And if you have been inspired by this video, take this as a sign to commission yourself this weekend or whenever you get a free moment to invent a project and just see what you can come up with. Otherwise, that is where I will leave you for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.